Me again. Saw that, didn't you? Yeah, I'm cold. I hate the cold. You know I hate the cold. It's 45 degrees. I'm okay with that. And for you American people, that's like above your 100 degrees Fahrenheit. It's like 38 here. So yeah, okay. There you go. So hence why I got the heater, because it's cold here, even though I'm still only in a long sleeve shirt. So yeah. So my intention was to come out here and sharpen some saws. I've only really got one I'm going to do, which is 170, because I slipped up. Yes, I slipped up. I hit the dirt. Second cut in, and I'm like, didn't see it. There's actually a mound of dirt on the other side of the log I was cutting. So, you know, it happens. It will be what it will be, right? I hope you can hear me over that heater. So, I've been reading a few things on Facebook, and I don't dare comment on half of it. There's a couple of guys on Tree Guys and on Chainsaw Repairs page there, and Australian vintage chainsaws. They're like, oh, what's the best saw? I'm like, well, way to throw a cat amongst the pigeons there. The best saw is whatever you damn well like. That's all that matters. The first saw I go to when we go cutting wood is that little MS-170. Good for defoliating. Good for, I mean, I cut big wood with it. I'll put it, you know, around the other side and cut back through the other way because it's too small. But it's light. You can let it idle around, and you know, it doesn't use a lot of fuel whilst you pull branches out of the way if you haven't got help. And even when you do got help, sometimes you just got to do that whilst you work out what you're doing. So that's my first saw that I go to for cutting. And I'll either go to it blunt, or I'm sick of it, or I want to give Dad a bit of a race. So we have little games, yeah, shits and giggles. And then I'll go to this 021 and we'll fire that up and we'll run around for a bit. And I'll go to, you know, either on a blunt, which sometimes is a whole tree depending how much dirt's in it. Or if you slip and hit the ground. So I'll go to that. I usually carry that with me. I've talked about that. Now, it's a good saw to use, but it's got its issues. It's not without its issues. And this is the problem with the Husqvarna and John Thread, right? I never really noticed it because I've had this thing. This was the first one I bought, so I've had this forever. Before I even got actively into cutting firewood, so, you know, I didn't realise the difference until I got some other stuff. But this handle here, it's really thick around here, and this little finger does a lot of the holding, or those two. You get your trigger finger, which, well, you know, sometimes that one, sometimes you tend to use this one over the other side to point the saw, I don't know, sometimes you use that one, but you tend to be working all the way up the handle here and pulling on the trigger. You can't, it jams into your fingers there. It's too thick back here, it's not angled quite right, and you tend to slip up when you try to work the saw upwards. When I say upwards, like, can't do it with one hand, but you know, on that angle. So that's the biggest problem with those. Now that's equivalent to a 350 Husqvarna. Now we've got a 395 over here. It's my uncle's, and it suffers from the same problem. I have used it. Now that's what, 94 cc's. So yeah, it's a 395 XP. I sharpened it up for him the other day. And this is his John Thread. So that's the 2159. So that's 10 cc's bigger than mine. So that's 60 for round figures, and mine's 50. And the same deal, they've all got the really big handles. So the second that you hold it upright and you're pointing that way with the bar to limb something, it slips down and you catch the trigger finger and this finger, and you can't always get the idle back. You consciously got to keep it up in your hand, right? And as strange as it may sound, you don't get that with this. This is my 41 I use every now and again. Just the shape of the handle and the angle, and this is heavier, don't forget. You tend to keep this above your head a lot easier and not keep on the throttle. But you look at the difference. This is the refinement. This is what your personal preferences will come into, and it's all handle related. That's a lot easier to keep above your head. This is 30 years old and it's easy to keep above my head just because of the shape of the handle and the way that your hand grips it to keep your finger off the trigger. You know, your 32 and 31 that's down there are the same. That's the big things. These are little things that make your preferences anyway. That make you want to use the steel, make you want to use the Husqvarna. You don't notice these things until you swap brands, and this is one of the things I noticed. And the horsepower difference. That's 50 cc's that John Surrett of mine with a 25-inch bar. You can run 24 inches. That's what you're really cutting with, right? When you measure it with a tape measure. So that's from the saw to the tip. Now, this old 41 down here on the ground is only 38 cc's, I reckon. No, 48, sorry. 48 and a half. 1975 model saw, and it pulls near as good as that one, and it don't even rev as high. And the thing is, that's got 325 and that's got 3/8 chain on it, and that nearly rips out as much wood as that, and that thing screams. That thing screams, it's so loud it gives you tinnitus. Your ears ring for the next 6 hours. Right? That's the other thing I found with the Husqvarnas. Whenever my uncle fires one up, me and Dad look at each other, it's like, really? It's like, you're working the other end of the tree, it's like, I'll go and get my earmuffs. And same when I use mine, I've got to wear earmuffs. And even then I still have my ringing ears. But not with that. Not with that 41 AV or the 170 that's over there, or just about anything else you'll see on this shelf. Even that Chinese thing's pretty loud, and I did drill the muffler out because I was trying to get more power out of it, and I succeeded in getting more power out of it, but it's still not as noisy as my John Surrett. So yeah. And this 1.2 here doesn't even have a muffler. I don't know if you can see in there, but the actual muffler part that stops it being noisy is out in someone's paddock somewhere. So there you go. Out for now. Yeah, I'm back. Still got my light on. No, I don't know. I don't know if it's got fuel in it. It hasn't been started in 3 weeks. So I don't know if it's got fuel. Should have. More pulls. coming out the bar already. That hasn't gone in 3 weeks. That's how long it's taken me to get around to sharpen it. I quickly sharpened it because I only touched the dirt. So 6 pulls. It is what it'll be. Some you'll get going on 4. After that's been run now, I mean, you could run that all day and start at the first pull. It's sat for a while and you forget to choke it. If it needs choke, yeah, sometimes 2 pulls. It is pretty good, that one. Anyway, here's what it'll be, right? I don't really have anything to add. Yeah. It's light, manoeuvrable. What I was saying before, the length of the handle, where the trigger fingers, I think that the length on my John Thread's too short. And it bunches your hand up. If it was just a little bit longer, like an inch, maybe even half an inch. So what's that, 13 mil? I mean, you ask your missus what an extra half an inch is. Yeah. And I think, you know, a bit more room to move your hand up and down the handle. Anyhow, that's it. I'm out for now. I'm going to go do some other stuff.